Hi, Father Ian Van Heusen here. I've been thinking a lot about how do we understand salvation? Like, what are the basic paradigms of salvation? Now, I want to kind of maybe flesh this out. At some point, if I was a scholar, I wasn't a parish priest, I didn't have my work to do, I might flesh this out and kind of research it but here goes. It's a half-baked idea I'm going to present. Hopefully you enjoy it. So I would say there's three principal paradigms of salvation that we all consider. Ways of understanding what does it mean to be saved? What are the concrete consequences and ramifications of salvation? So the classic one that we hear a lot, and Catholics have picked up on it, and something we hear a lot from Protestantism, is that to be saved is to be in a relationship with Jesus Christ. That is, to have a relationship with Jesus Christ. Now, as most extreme ends you get with the Protestants, you get Jesus establishes a relationship, not a religion. Of course, no, definitely we're going to have a religion. We believe in religion as Catholics. We don't just say it's about a relationship. And there's some truth in that, right? So when we're in a relationship with the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and we're in that right relationship with them, and we make an act of faith and assent to that relationship, that is a powerful way of understanding what it means to be saved. And that when we're saved, we'll spend that relationship with all eternity. But here's the thing. It's a little bit limited. I think that understanding of salvation as relationship is very limited, because sometimes I'll encounter people that they're not living by the objective standards of the church and by the objective standards of morality, but they claim that they're very close with God because they talk to God a lot. And there's always a danger that in that talking to God and using our imagination, that we're really talking to ourselves. See, there has to be a little bit of skepticism about the use of our imagination. Now, I'm not saying that we completely discard it, but it has to be balanced. So there's relationship. The second one I want to get into, obviously everybody's going to have problems with this, but it's true, is that our relationship with God is a certain sense a kind of legal relationship, a covenant, if you will, but a series of obligations, so things that we owe God due to justice. And it's also a sense of obeying God's law. So one of obedience properly understood. Now, this is a foundation. This isn't the full flourishing. But the question we have to examine our hearts in terms of salvation is, are we living by the objective gospel standards and the standards of the church? Are we obeying the precepts of the church? Are we in right relationship with the church and with her institutions? Are we living in a state of grace, as we classically say as Catholics? And then the third part, I think it starts to get a little bit mysterious as well, is that there is a certain mental health part, right? So salvation is a kind of health to the soul. That is, when we deepen our experience of our salvation, when we live in a state of grace, when we make acts of faith, hope, and love, when we turn to the Lord, there's a kind of healing of our wounded nature. Now, sometimes some people take this to an extreme, which is, if I'm in good mental health and I live a balanced life, then implicit is that I should be saved. Of course, but you can be in a balanced mental health and balanced life, but not be in relationship with God and not obeying all of the teachings of the church. So we want to kind of balance all of these three approaches. So first of all, looking for that transformation, looking for that growth in stillness, that growth in interiority, having a relationship with the Lord, getting to know the person of Jesus Christ, and then obeying the legal structures, being in right relationship according to an objective standard. So tell me what you think. Shoot me some comments, like, share, follow us. Let me know. I love to continue the conversation. You can DM me, private message me. I love talking. If you have questions, comments, just let me know. And I'm going to be creating, what I'm going to do is I might try to start creating content that's a little bit more interactive, that I'm kind of basing it off of what I'm experiencing, but also what people are saying to me, and kind of responding to the man on the street kind of thing. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Father Ian Van Heusen, Art of Living Well. God bless.